What is up, guys? Wraith here, Gray Bearded Gaming. We are back at it again on our little guy trapped in here. We have done some wheeling and some dealing. Nothing spectacular. We actually spent some of the money we just gained, but we went ahead and decided to sell off all the crush bone belts and the shoulder pads that we'd gotten. While I know technically the pads are still useful, we're trying to move on to something else for a little while just to catch kind of a break from crush bone. Community suggested we are going to run across and we are going to go try to check out the Estate of Unrest. Now, I haven't been there in a very long time, even on the other servers, because it's kind of out of the way, but it should be great experience, should be a pretty good time. We did kind of, since it is slightly out of the way, nothing great, immediately vendor wise. You have to run all the way out, I think, to the middle island. I think there's a neutral vendor, but then of course you got to be careful not to get mugged, because of course Dagnor's Cauldron is not exceptionally friendly for little people. So we picked up our sow. We're going to head that way. We also decided, we went ahead and picked up our spells. I think I had mentioned before where I thought we were getting the spells at 14, and I misspoke. The spells are at 15, but it's a small matter. We've got the spells for whenever we get to that size, we shall be good to go. And of course, last time we picked up 12, so we have the ability to meditate, so we can get some of our mana back for change, which is outstanding. So I'm going to jump off this for a little bit, continue the running and gunning here myself, as to not bore you guys as to watching me creep through Dagnor's Cauldron, and we are heading towards the State of Unrest, and I will check back in with you guys when we are knocking down the door. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Alright, gang, we have arrived at the Estate of Unrest. Our trip across Dagnor's Cauldron was, thankfully, mostly uneventful. And by that, I mean running for my dear life because everything wanted to kill me. Yeah, undertow skeletons, lots of aqua goblins, everything and its brother was out of my way. So unfortunately, we had to kind of slightly train the zone line. Thankfully, nobody was there. Now, of course, you zone in, we're promptly greeted by corpses, very long, more corpses. Again, there's a really long, even more corpses. Apparently, this place has not had a good run. Lots of corpses. This place is just littered with death. Alrighty then. So let's let's go ahead and do one of these and get those out of the way. So, like I said, we managed to get our way here. I haven't been here for quite a very long time, so we do need to be careful. We have the Spirit of the Wolf at the moment, so we'll get like pretend brave just to kind of see if we can find something to con. Death beetles are on level with us, so I don't think this is going to be a spot where we're going to really run around and do our own thing too much. But what we'll do is we will try to get ourselves in a little group, perhaps, see if anything is going on. But we have successfully made it. We've run across Dagnor's Cauldron and all of its misery and made it to the Estate of Unrest for the first time in maybe 15 years, perhaps. We'll see how it goes. So let's put up the old LFG flag for a bit and see what we can get done. If any roamers come by, maybe we'll give them a shot. But we'll stay safely in the corner. Until then, we'll check back in, hopefully, with an update here in a little while, guys. And we'll catch back up with you guys in a bit. Well, guys, there you have it. A semi-successful adventure out in the Estate of Unrest. I mean, and it really didn't go too bad overall. I mean, I honestly probably should not have even been in the zone as of yet because I really didn't even pad my level. So we got 3 bubbles of experience in a pretty good window of time. And the experience modifier in the zone is obviously still pretty much on point, which is nice. The drawback, of course, is the zone is kind of out of the way. So while there are a handful of people in the zone, you're not getting that kind of constant flux and churn like you see in a couple of other zones that are a little closer to towns. So once we started to lose people, it just kind of got worse from there. And of course, the other guy that we were kind of cross tanking with a little bit, you know, nice guy, also very decked out. So once we actually lost him, I mean, he already had like a regen breastplate and some nice weaponry. It really, really slowed us down. A little while later, we lost. Well, actually, first we kind of lost our DPS, which left us basically with 3 tanky kind of people. Then we lost one of the monks. Then it was 2 tanks and a DPS. It got pretty shaky down the end. And right there at the end, it was literally just myself and an enchanter. And while we were pulling and getting some kills in there, unfortunately, it was just really inefficient. I mean, I'm on level with these things, taking a bit of a beating. Don't have any good undead nukes. You know, enchanters, of course, at this size. Charm is not ridiculously reliable, if reliable at all. So we did what we could. We stuck it around for a little while, but it just got kind of crazily inefficient. But it was still a good time. We didn't lose level. We did in fact train the zone. I did send out my choo-choo with my bad and train the zone apologies because on the way out I may or may not have made, I don't know how many friends. I didn't stop to turn around and look. And of course the other problem is we were plagued. And we're fighting off a bout of rabies, courtesy of some of those zombies, and we can't heal it ourselves until level 15. So, but we did check out the zone. We're going to camp out, I think, right here. We're going to med back up, get to a good, well, when we remember to hit our med button. That actually works now. We're going to med here. We're going to camp out. I think we're going to check it out at better hours, as I mentioned in the group. I don't know if it kind of came through in that when I was talking in the chat to my group, was that I'm actually at home today. Instead of at the office, we had a bunch of personal stuff to take care of. The wife decided to take a nap. I jumped on. This is my nap time, and decided to get a couple hours of play in. So I'm probably going to try to check back at a later point, maybe at like like Eastern time, probably a little after 7 or so, and see if there's just more people in the zone, more turns. See if we can't get another group and keep grinding out the experience. But all in all, a good day, good mission, pretty good fun. As a quick update to everything that's kind of going on kind of the semi-personal side of the house, I do have official dates and everything now for my surgery. So my surgery will be happening on next Thursday. So expect a little break from me there because I will be probably on painkillers for a handful of days. So probably miss a couple of episodes. I'm not a big enough channel to devote enough time to be able to film a whole lot of stuff in advance and kind of cycle it. I will see what I can do. Again, I know we're a small community, so most folks are kind of, whatever, but, there's probably going to be a bit of a gap in there, and I apologize for that for those who do keep up with the adventure every week. But having said all of that, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself watching me get over here and get beaten up in the Estate of Unrest. For everybody who did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. As always, we love to hear back from you guys with some adventure ideas. What do you think we should be doing? How are you doing on the challenge if you are doing it? Feedback is always great. We'll build a little community here, even if there's only 20 of us. That's just fine. I hope everybody had a great time, and we will see you guys next time.